Through these halls, where lovers get lost and lust consumes the wicked, a place where reality collides with fantasy, in the pages where romance is second to none. Welcome to the Lover's Library.
Hey lovers,
I'm Carly.
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Zoe.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Hello.
This is a couch conversation episode
We are all snuggly and cozy.
because it's snowing outside. Well, it
No.
was earlier.
Yeah.
I'm a bit cold,
My feet are cold.
and I hate the snow.
There's a blanket under here if you want it.
No, it seems like a lot of work.
I'd rather be frozen than warm. Any day.
Zoe, do you want to present this, what we're going to discuss today?
Oh, sure, I'd love to. Let me just figure out what we're doing.
It was your idea.
Yeah.
Okay, since it is almost the new year, which is a big thing, you know, resolutions and all
Right.
that.
Mhm.
I think it would be fun if we talked about the top 5 books that we liked this year,
Mm-hmm.
3 books that we would not recommend anyone read, 1 book that we're super excited to read this upcoming year, and what our book goal is. Like how many books you want to read this year.
Okay.
Can I tag one more thing?
Of course.
Since it is the new year. Well, this episode will come out after the new year.
Mhm.
I believe so. Yeah. It'll probably be in January.
Somewhere around there.
We'll see.
Anyways, it's in the same vibes, you know. And so, could we talk about maybe do we have any goals outside of books for the next year?
To survive.
Hey, that's always the goal.
Same.
Everybody's goal is to survive the next year.
That's
This
all
year
of my
felt
goals.
like it moved fast.
Yeah.
To me, it did. Some weeks I was like, this is tough week, but
I think as you get older, time moves faster, especially like with us with kids. It's like,
The
we were
days go
talking-
so slow, but the years go so fast.
yeah.
period. Put that on a shirt.
Thank you. I just made
So
that up.
true.
I
But it's a
probably
thing.
didn't. It was
No,
probably
it's a
on the
saying,
internet.
I think I've heard. But yeah, it's like
Take the credit away.
sometimes it's like, God, like this week is lasting forever. And then you next thing, you know, it's like a month later.
I know I sound like a crazy person, but I'm actually against resolutions because they never work out for anyone ever.
Also,
I
I feel
mean-
like you should be trying, like, why wait to the new year?
That's what I was going to say. Your resolution might work out, but why do you have to do it on January 1st?
I also hate it because I don't always go to the gym. But when I do, I get really annoyed at the first of the year when everybody's there and you can't find any equipment
It's
because
true.
all these people are like coming because they're going to get fit because it's their New Year's resolution.
I've
And
had
it's
a
like,
gym membership for 3 years and I maybe went 6 times.
you
Yeah.
still have it?
They won't let you get rid of it unless you go in.
You need to
The
go
YMCA?
in and cancel it because
No,
you're
Planet
paying for
Fitness.
nothing.
yeah,
You
but
can't just cancel it.
no.
That's crazy.
You have to write them a letter.
That's how the YMCA is.
It's really easy to cancel. If you just drive by it, just run in and just be like, hey, I need to cancel.
Peace.
And they'll be like, okay.
So far away from
They'll
me.
ask you why and just be like, I
Why
moved.
did,
and
why
that's
did you
it.
pick a gym that was far from you?
Why did I pick a gym? That was the question.
True story, true story.
No,
All
so
right, well,
no
let's-
resolutions for
Let's
me.
jump into the. Oh, do you want to talk resolutions first?
I would like to be more organized, I think, with like my thinking
Period.
and my everything.
I guess I'd like to clean more without being manic.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I want to start routines. I want to get like
Mm-hmm.
build good habits with everything.
That's good. I like that resolution. I think for me, you know, my mom and my sister did these vision boards last year around in like March. And it's crazy because all of the things that I had on my vision board I've done.
Nice.
And I just recognized that like a couple of weeks ago when I was looking at it.
I love that.
And like I had fostering on there,
Oh,
and I had a podcast mic on there,
dang.
and like a group, like there's a group of ladies at a table. It's like a picture of them, and it was like just like girls, and like, look, we're doing
You
that.
have to
like,
post
right
a
now.
picture of it.
Yeah,
I will.
that's
I
cool.
will. I couldn't post a picture initially because I wasn't telling anybody I was starting my foster journey, but now I can. But and I graduated with my associates this year, and that was on there, and traveling and doing all that. So I might do it again, maybe after I figure out what I want to do. But
yeah.
I think I want to start therapy this year, like actually like getting in a routine, because
Like going to therapy or getting
Yeah.
a degree in therapy.
no, going
Okay.
to therapy,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I know like if he ends up leaving, I want to be able to process that in a good way,
Yeah.
and not like be bitter or anything, because I've heard a lot of people in foster, like as foster parents, like not being able to continue because they're like, bitter about the system, or like bad at the bio parents because of the situation and that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And so I want to like have a healthy way to process that,
Mm-hmm.
and like, or just know like really good steps to make it healthy.
Yeah.
And so because I'm committed to this for a long time, so
For sure.
and then just be open to all the things of life. Yeah, that's kind of my resolution.
It's good. I love
I
that.
like it.
Yeah.
I like that you actually got your board done, your dream board.
Yeah.
I always
it's
put
crazy.
books on my dream board, and
Books.
I maybe read 3 of them.
Ah.
There's just so many books to choose from.
I know. And new ones always come out.
Mm-hmm.
My TBR is getting pretty
Man, I don't even want to talk about my TV.
long.
It's crazy.
So long.
Well, should we talk about our books?
Let's do it.
We should.
Top 5
Yeah.
Okay, top 5 books that we read
this year.
this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
Can we say a series, or do we have to say one specific book out of the series?
You can say the series.
Series can
Okay.
be counted as one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, good.
Yeah, because I know like that'll be 4 books out of a year.
Yeah, for real.
That'd be one series, not even the whole thing.
Go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so obviously, ACOTAR,
Yes.
A Court of Thorns and Roses. Specifically,
I need to read it. I know.
my favorite book out of all of them was A Court of Wings and Ruin. That is my favorite one.
Mm.
I believe it's the third one.
What color is that one?
That one is pink. The old copy of it used to be a girl holding a sword, but now it's like a pink with like a dragon wrapped around a sword or something like that.
Cool.
Okay, Pink.
So there's that one. And then my second favorite would be the a series by Lucy Score, Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light,
Mm-hmm.
and the third one that just came out this year was Things We Left Behind.
Mm-hmm.
Those were all very good.
You love a series.
I do.
You
I
love
don't.
a
It doesn't
series.
have to be a series. It just I happen to
Mm-hmm.
pick them all the time.
Yeah.
Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. That was not a series,
Mm-hmm.
and that was very good.
Mhm.
Loved that book. Gosh, Love You From Afar by Morgan Page.
It's so good.
Love. I need to read this book.
It was so good.
Morgan, listen. I promise you, I will be reading your book.
Come on, girl.
I know.
And then I'm gonna have to say, gosh darn it.
Come on. I
I'm
know it's
gonna
tough.
say 10 Trends to Seduce Your Best Friend by Penny Reed.
Ooh, Penny.
I was gonna say Homecoming King,
I thought that's what you were gonna
the
say.
3
honestly.
Kings series, but I've only read the first one yet. So,
Mm,
Mm.
but
A lot of those
I just
were on
told
my
you that one
TBR.
too. So,
yeah.
Homecoming King.
I actually didn't read any Penny this year.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't finish that one.
You
I
read
started
the
it.
second. You read the second one.
No, I have Homecoming King.
Oh, you just saw the second one at Barnes or at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bookstore, and that's why I went. And got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
I haven't read any of her, and that's
She said it's
this
at the it's at Bookaholic. And I was like, wait, what? And she said, yeah, Drama King. It's the red one. And I was like, and Adam and I went
Head
the
in
next
there
day
now.
and I got it. Her books are never there.
Never.
Never.
Really?
Mhm.
Ever.
Weird. I wouldn't know because I.
Yeah, it's just as much as y'all get on me about Love You From Afar. You need to get on to Penny Reed.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you do.
will.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Homecoming King series sounds good, so I will read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been disappointed by anything I've read by her.
Oh, neither.
Where Penny Reed
I'll add it
stands
to my
around here.
TBR right now.
Yep. You should.
All right, I'll go next. So my top 5 is okay, one that I just read, and it is called When Gracie Met the Grump by Mariana Zapata.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, well, guys, I was obsessed with this book from the moment
The
moment I read it. I started
The
it.
moment I laid my eyes on her.
And it's crazy because, like, I started it and I was falling asleep, but it was because I was really tired.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, I, like, woke up super early, so I was reading it more into it, and I was like, I gotta get ready for work. So I downloaded the Audible, and as the Audible was going, it was, like, her voice and his voice.
Okay.
It was a male and female
I like that.
voice being done, and it fit the characters really well. And so then I was like, okay, this is working out for my brain. And like when it, like, my break came around, I would like go to Starbucks and like be reading the book or listening to the book, and then when I got home I would like read a ton. And it was a pretty long book too. It was like 600 plus pages
Mhm.
on the Kindle, and then it was like super long with the Audible, but I love that book. Anyways, it's a really good one. It's a good Audible and like Kindle read too.
Nice.
And then I want to say my next book would be the the Hacienda. What's that book I read? What did I was ready.
Estrada.
Yeah.
No.
That's a good book too.
That
The
is a good
Spanish
book.
Love Deception.
Yeah. Oh,
That
The
was almost
Enchanted
on-
Hacienda.
Yeah, I remember you
Enchanted.
talked about that
Yeah.
one before.
Y'all get in. It's like Encanto.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's like, and it had my name in it, so I was invested. The Enchanted Hacienda by J.C. Cervantes, and that was a really good one. And then I'm gonna go with one that surprised me, which was Finley. How do you say that?
Finley Donovan.
Finley
Yeah,
Donovan.
Finley Donovan is killing it.
That's funny.
I really enjoyed that book. I was pleasantly surprised. So that's 3. And then
Nice.
Give Me Butterflies by Jillian Meadows.
I think I added that one to my TBR.
I did too.
I love it. And she just came out with a new one, and it's in the same like universe basically. And so that was a really, really, really good one. And then my last one, I'm going to go with the Neighbor Favor. I read that also. I had that one like in my hands
Mhm.
when I was on vacation, and I got through that one really quick too. It was just a really good book.
Hmm.
So those are my faves of this year that I read.
Aw.
They were
I
good.
love that.
I enjoyed them.
A couple of my faves were on the podcast.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah, we
One
read
of them
some good ones.
being The Love Wager.
mm.
Because I loved that book so much.
Mm-hmm.
And also A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon.
Mhm.
Because I also read A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch.
You finished it?
Yes, and I really liked them.
Don't tell me.
They're both really
I
good.
really liked them.
Mm.
And I didn't want to like the second one,
But you ended up.
but I did. I loved it. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's on my bookshelf. I think I'm
and
going to read it
then-
next.
One of mine, I was like, I don't know if I want to put this on there or not, because like top 5 is kind of hard to pick. But Finley Donovan is really close to being one of my top 5.
Wow.
Yeah. And I bought the second one,
Me too.
but I haven't read it yet.
Same.
But another one was A Flicker in the Dark, which
That's on my TBR.
I really liked it.
What is
It's
it
a
about?
thriller mystery.
Y'all love a
Mm.
thriller mystery. Let me tell you.
That one's not as scary as the one that
we did on the podcast.
no.
Nothing was scary that
No,
we've done.
because
don't
I
think.
read like a murdery cabin one right before we went to that
Oh,
cabin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one, this one wasn't like that,
Mm.
but it was really good. I liked it a lot. There was some twists and turns.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a good twist.
No
and turn.
spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you like cowboys, I read Starbright. Love it. It's like Safe Haven,
Mm-hmm.
but it was really cute. I liked that. And then one that I don't really know if I count as like a book because it was more of one of the poem books. It's
Mhm.
called The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like a making yourself feel better kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It was cute. Well, it
Hmm.
wasn't cute, but you know,
It was a cute
It was
moment.
good.
it was a good book.
Yeah.
Made you feel good.
Yeah.
So it's a poem book?
It's a feel good book.
Yeah,
I
I
love
liked
a
it.
good poem book.
me too. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. What was our next thing?
Our next thing was 3 books you would not recommend somebody to read.
Okay.
All right, I'll go first.
Were all of them the books I picked?
Should we say it at the same time?
If I can't,
If I can't have you.
If I can't have you.
One that y'all probably wouldn't say, but I will. The Inn on Haverly Island.
I liked
Oh,
that.
I like that one. Love Your Life.
No.
You know, I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
even finish that book, so I didn't put it on my not
You
recommended,
guys
but
didn't even
don't read it.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Yeah, those are my
Mhm.
3. And I picked the Love Your Life one.
I picked the other
did.
two.
Bookaholics did me dirty on that one.
I couldn't pick another one out of the ones that I've read this year that I would say don't read.
Mm-hmm.
I picked If I Can't Have You and Love Your Life. I probably wouldn't recommend, but The Guest List was one that I read. And it's not that it wasn't good. It's just not a book that I would say, hey, go buy this book and read it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I read Meet Me at the Lake,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one that I was like, meh.
Is it by the same person?
Carly Fortune.
Oh no, this one's by Lucy something.
Not Lucy Score.
Not
No,
Lucy
not-
Score.
not
Not our
her.
girl Score, Miss Score.
There's not a bad book written by her. I have yet to read anything by her that is not freaking amazing.
We love you, Lucy.
But-
She's so
Come on the
funny.
pod.
The
on the
last
pod,
book I
girl.
picked, I think, would get a lot of flack because a lot of people really like
Say
this
it.
book.
Stay it,
crap.
girl. Stay
The
it.
Lost Apothecary
Oh, I've never read
Oh,
it.
the cover is beautiful.
is really pretty and it sucked me in.
Mm.
And so I heard that one was really good, and the second one, which is The Secret London Seance or something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the first one was good and the second one sucked. I heard the second
Mm.
one was amazing. The first one sucked. I heard both of them were amazing. Don't listen to anybody. But I just really could not get into it. I
Yeah.
finished it, even though I didn't really care to.
Right.
So I wouldn't recommend it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Dang. So how many books have you read this year? Do you guys have totals?
Yes.
Somewhere. I did not meet my goal.
What was your goal?
50.
Oh.
Mine is 52.
I think
Oh.
I'm at like 44. Are you at 44?
On the Kindle, but I have 1, 2, 3 handheld ones that didn't.
Handheld.
Handheld. Physical, real books.
Dead.
That's funny. I'm gonna use your leg to warm my
yeah,
feet.
go ahead.
Let me stick those under there. Okay. Oh,
The Snicker bar, see? Your toes are
So
the Snicker
good.
bars.
You're so weird.
my goal
Yeah.
last year I started it. I wanted to read as many books as I was turning that year old, like how many years old I was turning that year.
Mhm.
So or
21.
33. So I was like I'm 33 this year, so I wanted to read 33 books.
Mm-hmm. Where you at, girl?
53.
Good job.
But
That's
I've kept
amazing.
track of all my books, like Kindle and handheld.
It's hard to,
Right.
I forget.
Got my Kate Scarlett.
This year, okay, my resolution this year is to actually keep track of my books.
yeah.
And I've
It's
been
harder
using,
than you
I'm not
think.
sponsored, but I could be. If you want to sponsor me,
Who?
this Bookly app.
oh,
It's so good.
What's Bookly?
I like my TBR
Well, I sent it
bookshelf.
to you if you ever open your messages.
When'd you send it to me?
You sent it to us a while ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's so
Lord.
cool. You add like the picture of the cover of the book.
Uh-huh.
Mine
And-
looks like a bookshelf.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Oh, I found it.
This is mine.
I want that one. What's that?
It
This
is
one's
snows on the
TBR
screen.
bookshelf.
Okay.
I can send you it. Adam found it
Air
when he
5.
read one book.
Air 5.
Well,
he
I
read
like,
one book and then was like,
But it's on your
"Ooh,
shelf.
I need to track all the books that I read."
Did you read any user manuals? Because those need to go on there.
Did you listen? You listened to audiobooks?
3 books.
Three-
Hey.
3 books on there.
Okay.
Nice.
That's more than one.
Way
Good
to go.
job.
See?
You still have time to finish another one.
Overachiever over here. 3 books.
I'm gonna finish another one, but I don't. Oh, the thing I like about the TBR bookshelf is if the book is not in there, you can add it.
That you can do that on Bookly too.
Okay, and then you can add the picture too.
Mhm.
I liked that because some of mine didn't have the picture, or it wasn't on there, and I was able to add it.
It's pretty cool because I like that you can add in the characters and
Oh yeah,
things about them. So it helps me keep track of like the notes that I want to talk about on the podcast
Mhm.
and also keep track of the books that I've actually read because
yeah.
I forget things.
I get excited whenever I finish a book. It's like the first thing I do is go to that app and add it as read. Or it's nice too because it has the TBR. So if you have, someone tells you, "Oh, you should read this book. It's really good," you can actually like put it on that list.
That's so
Mhm.
smart.
Because half the time, or if I'm wanting to read a new book and I don't have any,
Mhm.
which hasn't been a thing
Yeah,
lately,
that doesn't exist.
I have a whole bookshelf of TBR books
Well, let me
by
tell
my
you
nightstand.
this much. That happens to me more often than I would wish. Because, like, I'll go into, like, Kindle and I'll, like, start adding books into, like, my little, like, to be read, my
Mhm.
TBR list.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I, like, am, like, in a slump of not finding something, like, on Unlimited, then I'll go to that. And I'm like, "Ugh, I'm not in the mood for any of these books right now.
Yeah.
I picked them when I was in a certain mood.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when the mood doesn't match, I'm like, I don't really want to read these books right now.
Yeah.
That's why at my house, on my handheld bookshelf, my real life physical books, I
We're gonna get
have
a shirt that says "I read handheld books."
I have books of like every genre. There's
Yeah.
thriller, there's like closer to nonfiction, but not
Mhm.
actually
Right.
like more historically correct, but
Yeah.
I don't like all that jargon.
Still added.
Yeah.
Like the extra to make it better.
Fantasy, romance, whatever, it's all up there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I
Same
got all
here.
the flavors. Pick your poison.
My TBR has an assortment as well, like
Mhm.
that.
I like that I
Got some
don't just
Stephen
like
King.
one, because there's some people I have met that only like thriller books or only like romance books. I'm like, how?
Me.
How can you not venture out?
I like, okay, there's different, like, because y'all aren't historical romance fans.
I've never tried.
Well,
Yeah.
I really like historical romances. Like, there's, like, it's not a trope, but it's like a subgenre, like wallflower romances, where it's like the girls that aren't being, like, seen as much. And then, like,
Mhm.
this dude comes out of nowhere and he's, like, sees her and he falls in love with her. Or, like, there's, like, this enemies to lovers kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've read several books that just had like this amazing plot and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." And then like there's different like subgenres in romance that I try to dip into. And that's where I get my variety, but like nonfiction, I can't vibe with. Even though I love history and all that kind of stuff, it's just is like I learned about this already.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Did you know?
I read a book called Queen's Own Fool, and it was about Mary Queen of Scots.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like what you were saying. A lot of the history was accurate,
Mhm.
but it had like an adaptation
Yeah.
to it. They added,
Which I'm a big fan
and
of.
it was one of my favorites when I was younger, but I haven't read it again since, and so I'm like,
That's like Song of the Sparrow is one of my all-time favorite books ever. And it's a adaptation of Lancelot
Mm-hmm.
and Guinevere,
Mm-hmm.
and
mhm.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I love it. I actually could not find it for years, and I just found it on Amazon like last year or the year before, so I bought it, and I haven't read it again, but I just want to keep it on my bookshelf for the rest of
Right.
my life.
There are some books that when I read them when I was younger, I'm like, do I want to revisit?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, will my more mature brain like this story as much
Yeah.
as I did? And there was one book that has translated through my ages, through the ages.
Through the ages.
And it's one of my favorites, and I've said it on the podcast before, but it's Cleopatra's Daughter.
It's on my list.
Oh my gosh, I
on my
really
TBR.
like Michelle Maron. I think that's how you say her name, Marin or something. She's written several historical romance, like a Madame Tussaud book. She
Mhm.
wrote about, I think it's Cleopatra's sister, who was also a queen or a queen in Egypt.
Mhm.
And then she wrote another one about something else in his history. But she's a really good writer, and she's very historically accurate as well.
Yeah.
And
I
like
like
you said,
that.
she comes in and out of the fiction and the history of it all, and it molds so well with what you know, and kind of adding different parts of history that you probably didn't know.
Mhm.
Well, then it makes me like, was that real?
Yeah, so you
I
go
need to
look
go
it up.
look it up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Well, are you adding to your goal or are you keeping it the same?
For next year,
Mm-hmm.
I will do 34 next year, and I'll probably read over that, especially if we keep going with the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get at least 24.
Mm-hmm.
34.
No, with us.
Oh,
during
yeah.
the podcast, we'll get
Yep.
at least 24.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta read 10 books outside of that.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy money. Easy money.
Easy. Yeah, especially since I'm on book 3 of the Throne of Glass series,
That's on my TBR too.
and there's like 7 or 8.
oh God,
maybe
maybe
more.
it's not on my TBR.
And then Crescent City is also a Sarah J. Maas series.
Y'all
and
changed me.
there's 2.
This first episode, I remember I was like, I hate series. And I'm
And
like,
look at
"Ugh."
you now.
Yep.
Let me add 80 more books to my
It's
thing.
so good. Oh my gosh.
I do like a series, but here's the thing: I be coming in and out of the order. I know you hate that,
Why
but
would you do that?
because sometimes, like the storyline of one book, I'm just way more interested in, and I'm just like, I don't like.
But don't you ever get confused?
Yeah, but then I'm like, I'll figure
Then
it out.
spoils stuff. And then you're like, oh, I should have read those pages because I just missed all that.
Oh my gosh.
But I feel like a lot of books are
Oh
predictable.
my gosh.
Like there's a lot of predictability, or maybe that's just how my brain is wired. Like I can
Yeah.
predict why you're
Well,
in this setting right
yeah.
now.
Well, there is so on the Throne of Glass series, there are like 4 or 5 different ways you can read the book in order.
oh, I've seen some of
Different
these.
orders.
There's like
yes.
chronological
So
order,
there's-
romance order. Like
Mhm.
it's crazy that some of these
Really?
series
No,
do
that's
that.
Yeah.
interesting.
And I read it in the way that she, like Sarah J. Maas,
Published it.
know
Oh,
how she recommends it.
Really?
Because the book that they have in there, like if you go to her website and you look at the Throne of Glass series, the order that she has it has a book that she published like 2nd or 3rd as book number 1.
Huh.
interesting.
Like the book that she wants you to read first was not the book that was published first. And I think it's because the book that she wants you to read first has a lot of history of the backstory.
Oh,
And then the second book is like, well, I mean, it would have been current time. So you would have read current time and it's crazy and exciting. And then you go to book 2 and it's like, this is what happened before that.
oh
God, that
interesting.
is-
And then you
That
go
was
to
messed
the
up my
third
brain.
book and that would go back to after,
Hmm.
So it would bounce around. So she had you read it in chronological order.
Interesting.
So she published it differently, but then
Do you think
reads in-
that helps? Do you think if you
I
read it
liked
a
it.
different way, it would
Yeah, I would have been upset because in the second book they tell you something about a character in the first book that would have spoiled that in the first book. Like you would go into that book knowing too much.
Now
So
I
I
will
need to
say,
look up
if
the way
it's a
she wrote.
series that it's like one world and you need to know a lot about the character, then I'll be like, okay, I'll read it in order.
Mhm.
Or like if there was a suggestion of order, then I
Yeah.
would be like,
I
yeah.
like the standalone series too, like Reverie that we read, how all the brothers were connected,
right.
Mhm.
but you didn't have to read it.
No, but if you had any intention to, you should read it in order.
Yeah, if you're really gonna be committed
Yeah.
to the series.
Because I was like, I don't remember what I did, but basically like the first sentence in the second book spoiled the whole first book. So I was like, meh, stop. So then I listened to the first book so that I could read the second book.
Oh my gosh.
You listened to it?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
That's when we were doing the flooring in our new house.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam kept trying to talk to me and he was getting all mad. And I was like, I have to finish this book and another book in 2 days. And he's like, you don't have to. And I was like, yes, I do. You don't understand.
The way that our brains work sometimes.
I can't. I have to read it in order.
No.
All right. Well, what is one book that you're excited to read this new year?
I have a couple, actually.
No, I said one.
We never follow the rules around here.
No, we make our own rules. Okay. Well, I'm excited to read A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch.
Same.
You should be.
So,
Is there a third book coming out? Is it the...
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
mean-
so.
Hey, what's the author's name again?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah. Sarah,
Sarah.
we need a third book. Keep this universe going. And if you get a deal to make a TV show, accept it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
read
want
all
a
the terms
book
and conditions,
about,
but, you know.
Oh God, what's the fairy's name?
We need a book on her. Start with a T.
Tilly.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
I think so.
Wow, look at you with the memory.
I don't know.
I could
don't know
not
where it comes
remember. I
with.
know that she had rainbow colored hair and she liked milkshakes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They all should have it happily ever after.
Mhm.
So it looks like March 2023. She has A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. And then what else?
That's already out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Glimmer
Um,
Falls trilogy
Oh,
has
that's
2
3.
books already published. Oh yeah, remember? Because the third one's going to be A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing
it was
a
a werewolf.
Vampire.
so
Who's
is it
the
about
vampire?
Ben?
No, it was she changed it? Is a succubus a vampire?
Yes. Yes. That's in Psych. I was just watching that episode. Yeah,
Because
they
didn't
are.
she call it a succubus?
But who is that?
The
Sarah.
girl in the water.
Sarah.
The one who was naked?
We
Yeah.
I thought she was like a nymph.
We need answers,
Yeah.
Sarah.
I thought it was
Sarah.
her.
But a lot of questions. I'll be looking this up later.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, she does have another one coming out. Does she have any other books?
I love that.
books?
I do think I want to check out more of Cindy Steele's books,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to read some of the books that are actually on my TBR first.
So this is Sarah's debut. These are her
Really?
first books. Mhm.
Well, you
Girl.
did wonderful. Thank
She
you.
did a great
Yeah.
job. Very, very good.
Whoever your
job.
editor is, make sure your manager, make sure they keep you, girl.
Lucy Score has another one that I've been like, it's been on my shelf forever.
Which one?
And the cover is just so pretty. It's called Rock Bottom Girl. Isn't it pretty?
Ooh, yeah. I've seen that one at Barnes and
Rockin'
Noble.
World. That's pretty. I like that.
Yeah. That one's on there. That's probably the 2 that have been staring at me. And then Drama King by Penny
Mhm.
Reed.
I want to read. I have 2 handheld books at my house right now.
That's it? Just 2?
No. Okay. Well, that are like
TBR.
yes, that are like in my living room that I see all the time.
Mhm.
One is More Than Books. I think it's Mia Peterson or Patterson.
Hmm.
And then the other one is by Jasmine Guillory. And I don't know how I'm remembering their names right now, so but it's called here we go. It is called By the Book.
No.
More than
Um,
books and buy the book.
Yeah, a lot of books.
Let's
Books.
talk about those handheld copies.
Yeah. And then there's one more.
Buy the handheld copies. More than handheld copies.
And this one has been on my, like, I was trying to read it this year, but I just never had any time to read it. Because it's really hard to like read physical copies sometimes. Like if you just don't have enough time or you're busy on the
Yeah.
weekends and that kind of thing. It's just easier to have it on my Kindle.
Mhm.
But this one is The Midnight Library
love
by
how you say
Matt
that.
Haig. I think that's how you say his last name.
Is it HAAG?
Haig. Close.
Hi.
Haig.
Mm.
Um,
We could ask the Frenchman. It is pronounced Haig.
what?
You know the pronunciation person when you look it
Oh,
up
yeah,
online?
Yeah, because we were just doing it earlier.
But
People cheer for the Cincinnati Bengals.
those are the 3
Bengals.
books that I want to try to get into next year, or at least
The
finish by the end
Bears.
of this year. That would be great.
Well, I'm excited for this series that I know nothing about, and it's not on my TBR because I just found out about it the other day. There's this girl that I follow on TikTok, and she's a funny lady, okay? She gives me the giggles, and
Not the
she's
giggles.
just so dumb. She like will act out scenes of a book or a movie that everybody in their right mind is like, that's a dumb scene. And
Oh yeah.
so she'll act it out and she'll be like, are you sure? I don't think so.
Like
Like,
this brown hair girl.
yeah, Stacy.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
McEwen.
Uh-huh.
She's funny and I like her.
Yeah.
And then I found out she has a book,
Ooh.
a series.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited. The first book is called Ledge and the second one's called Chasm, which just came out.
Ooh. So
So-
Ledge is already out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Chasm just came out. And then I think she has a third one coming out next year.
Okay.
But I just actually looked on Libby and so I got it.
Nice.
Stacy McEwen.
Yeah, it's McEwan.
Okay. Those are pretty covers too.
But look her up on TikTok because
Ooh.
she's funny. She makes me laugh.
Okay, she's not who I was thinking of. There's this other girl who does like these scenes, like awkward moments in like romance movies where she's like, she'll like plot it and be like the girl making breakfast who thinks the guy's in love with her, and she'll be like doing like all these awkward
Yeah.
gestures and like throwing flour at him.
There's
or
a
whatever.
guy that I follow that does this and dresses in like wigs and stuff.
Oh, I
He's
love
so
him.
funny.
Oh, yeah, but I was all okay. Side note, there was also this trend going around, and it probably always happens like around Christmas time, where in holiday movies, like, you know, it's like so predictable and so like
Ugh, corny.
corny and cringy, but people will act out kind of those scenes.
Yes. You sent it to us.
Yeah,
didn't you,
yeah,
Zoe?
I did.
Yeah, that was
those
funny.
are so.
They make me
funny
laugh
to
so
me.
much. When her husband's like, oh yeah, your dad asked me to come over and clean out your pipes. Just makes me laugh so much.
funny. Oh my
Do you have
gosh.
any more?
Oh, I have so many more,
Well,
but those are the ones I was just like, I just heard about that, so the excitement's
I
still
know
there.
another one.
Another
Hate You Up
series.
Close.
Hey, You Up Close. I am dying.
Yeah, that's
March
this year.
2024.
Is it?
2024. That's what she said.
That's in a couple months.
She's
Literally.
getting there.
Oh.
Can
so
you release it on the
excited, Morgan.
24th?
Morgan Page.
Happy birthday.
Right. Happy birthday to me.
But, you
You
know,
have to read the other one first.
I know, but
And
it
if
can still
not,
be
you're
my
not getting a
birthday.
birthday. Nope, you're not
yeah, for
getting
real.
one.
She's gonna released on the 23rd.
We're gonna hold you down, and Zoe and I are gonna take turns reading aloud to you. So you
and I'll
listen.
read it in their
not-
voices.
That's not weird at all.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth in the voices.
Who's gonna be the guy?
I don't care. I can do it.
Which one, Everett or Elliot?
Because Elliot's gonna talk like this,
That's how he acts. So
but apparently we're gonna fall in love with him. So I don't know how you're gonna do it, girl.
I like that she said he deserves like a good story, but does he?
Well, I mean, he needs therapy, so
We all do.
she's hiding something from us. We can't talk about it too much because we might do Love You From Afar. Cover it if we can get this one to read it.
I am.
Okay.
It's so good.
So we
Handheld
should do
books,
it.
guys.
I'm gonna read it again. Can I count it 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
Does
I mean,
it
if you
count?
literally did read it, I mean,
I guess, but you can't skip a word,
You gotta read every word twice. The
including the acknowledgments and everything.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Oh, shout out Chelsea, my wax girl. She told me that she found out that the authors they get paid by the percentage of people that complete the book. And by complete the book, it means all the way through to the acknowledgments and like to the very end of the book.
I do that on my Kindle anyways because I don't like when it says like 98% done.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I finished.
Yes. Okay, I do too. But if you read on the Kindle, you need to click all the way through to the end till it says like 100% completed, or else the authors don't. I don't know if they get a portion or what, but they don't make like
That's crazy.
the money. Because I was wondering how because some of these Kindle Unlimited books are like free to read, and you're like, how are they making money off of that?
I thought if you got it published through Amazon, like you pay them and then it can be on Kindle for the royalties or whatever. But I don't actually know because I'm
Yeah.
not an author.
Well, and then Penny Reed isn't on Kindle anymore.
Mm-mm.
Why?
She
Also
said
is
something
not at
about
Barnes and Noble.
paperwork.
I don't know why. I mean,
said
she's probably
she-
not getting paid enough.
She went to do something to get it renewed, and it like didn't work out, so they're not going to be on it, or like some of the books aren't on it.
They said at Barnes and Noble when I went last time, they're like, yeah, we never have her books. We can ship them to you. I'm
Yeah,
like, because she's so popular or
No, I think because she wants her money.
yeah. So she doesn't.
girl, get it.
She doesn't make. Yeah,
Which,
mass
hey,
produce.
fair. Hey.
But also Penny Reed does a lot of really cool stuff. Like she has these like box sets that they'll sell, and they make like
Mhm.
they'll do special ones based off of certain characters.
Oh, that's so cool.
And they have all these cute fun accessories and like cool themed stuff that go with the books.
I like that.
And then you purchase it. It's like those monthly book boxes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Only just one, like a one-time thing that they'll release. Hey, we're doing this, and then you have to
I like
order it, and then they'll send it to you, and looks really cool. I've never gotten one, but they look cool.
But she's amazing. We love her. We haven't mentioned her in a while, so this is.
You mention her every single podcast.
No, we don't. We haven't. I don't think we actually.
If
have
we
in the
don't
past
mention
couple.
her, we're thinking of her.
Yeah, always.
She's
She's
the
always
best.
on her mind.
You were always on my
Her,
mind.
Sing it,
Lucy.
girl.
I wanna
Is that Willie
see
Nelson?
Penny Reed and Lucy Score together, because they are both freaking hilarious.
You
They
know
are.
what? I follow all these authors, and they're like, I'm at Targets autographing my books. I hope
Right.
I don't get in trouble by the Target workers or whatever. Why don't you come to my town?
Right? They're never here.
That would be
Because
cool.
we live in a boring area.
So now I have to fly to wherever you live and buy one of these copies that I hope has your signature.
Or we can go to a book signing, which Penny Reed is on a
Is she on a tour?
temporary. No, she's not going.
Oh,
to
she
be
is on
for
a
like
like a-
4
yeah.
years. She's had something like traumatic happened in her family, and so
Oh.
she's taking time away from traveling to be with her family and like
Yeah.
focus on that.
That's sad.
So, but she still posts and stuff, and that's fun to see what she's up to. But she's not doing any book tours.
Mm.
But Lucy is.
I really like when people, the authors, post like fan art that people have made or
Mhm.
agree.
what they see the characters looking like. I think that's so cool. Like how we do our
Yeah.
speed date.
Mhm.
I think that's cool.
I think Penny Reed has a lot of that,
mm-hmm.
because she actually has like dolls, like the paper dolls, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Um,
she does.
She has those of all of the characters from her Winston Brothers and
Oh,
her
that's
Knitting in
awesome.
the City.
Yep.
Like she worked with an artist, and they made these people that she like envisioned.
So cool. I like
It is
that.
cool because you can see them, and you're like,
See, we're
Oh.
trying to get you invested into our world. We need to be. we
I
need to
read a
do-
couple Lucy Score books.
you need to read 10 Trends to Seduce Your Best Friend. That's a Penny Reed, and it's a standalone. That will give you a great taste of what she is like.
I like the first book out of the
Okay.
big series. The brother,
The Knitting in the City.
no, the
Knitting
next
in the
one,
City is longer. There's more books in Knitting in the City
the next one.
than the Winston Brothers.
Yeah, but it's the sister. The first one is the sister.
Oh, Ashley.
It's a really good one.
Oh, the pre
No, I think that's just the first
Beauty and the
Beast.
Beard, Beauty and the Beard.
all her books are fun names too. Do you see that one up there? Grin and Beard It. They're all
Oh yeah,
so-
I've seen these like at the
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah.
And they all have a picture of they look like a cross stitch with a
Uh-huh.
guy's face on it.
I love that.
They're so good.
Does she cross stitch?
It ties in.
Oh,
There's crossovers to the Knitting in the City series also.
Hear the R again?
Guys.
Now we mention that every episode.
it's not every time. This is how I feel like how people always comment on my country accent that I don't have.
You do have.
You
I
can
don't.
admit that you hear it though.
Every once in a while.
Okay, I don't hear the R at all.
Ever?
You don't?
I do not hear it.
Huh.
I don't know what's happening. You can admit that sometimes you'll say something and be like, "Oh yeah, I heard that. Like, where did that
But
come
you
from?"
can't hear
You know, I don't hear it. No, I
Even
don't
when
hear
you listen back?
it. Sometimes when I listen back, but when I'm talking, I don't notice it
Interesting.
until someone's like, as soon as I do it.
It's always me.
Let's talk about how Sydney says library.
Library?
Library?
It's library. You always say.
Do I say it wrong every time?
You say
Yeah.
library.
Lover's
Library.
library? Oh. It's
No,
like a
I don't know.
library brewery. I can't say brewery. That's a hard one.
Brewery?
But I also love how you talk in you have 3 different voices. You have Sydney, and then you have your you'll have this little Spanish accent, and then you're grandma voice.
R. Did you hear the R?
Give us your grandma voice.
What did she?
I gotta be passionate about somebody's doing wrong.
She's getting there. Did you see her? She was
She
warming
got.
up. She was warming up.
She was getting onto a kid one day. She said, "I'm not the one or the two." I said,
I
"Okay."
did. I said that a
My
lot.
boy. Love it.
Did.
Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about on this episode? I think we're just wrapping up the year and
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been doing this podcast for now? When did we start? June? July?
the producers is asleep.
What's,
I'm surprised he's
We've
not
got 2
snoring.
asleep people. A baby and a...
He's all bundled up. We'll get pictures of this.
Let me just look up really quick. Be sure to be active in our comments and tell us, what book you want us to read next.
Anything. Just say hi. Just say hi.
And if you disagree with what we say, that's okay. You can tell us that
I'll
you.
fight you in the comments. It's fine.
Share this with your friends.
We started our podcast in April.
April,
Wow.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 9 months.
Wow.
It's crazy.
June 23rd.
That's our podcast. I'm talking about the book club.
Oh, okay. Our podcast.
Was in June.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1,438 downloads. All time.
Wow.
I don't think
245 in the last 30 days. One
Yeah,
download today.
we also are we're on YouTube, and
Yes.
one of our videos is almost at 500 views. That's crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Never King, which I
Those are
bought the
good.
second one. I didn't read it yet.
That's funny.
I like
The
that
Never
series.
I
King.
always do that. I buy the second one and I forget.
I want to re-listen to that one.
That's why I was wondering if we should read one of the Hooked or Twisted or
Mm-hmm.
one of those.
That's the
My
one I kept
friend-
getting mixed up when we were
Mm-hmm.
like the hook. What are we listening to?
My friend just recommended A Curse So Dark and Lonely. And she said it was really good.
So dark.
What?
So lonely.
Jodi Picoult. What?
Do you know her?
She's a really good author.
Yeah, you've
She
mentioned
said
her
it has
before.
everything you'd want in a retelling of a classic fairy tale.
Mm.
Oh, it's a lush contemporary fantasy retelling of Beauty and the Beast.
Belgium.
Mm.
Belgium is still up there in our top 5 places to
What
Yeah,
up,
but
listen.
they
Belgium?
haven't changed in a while, so we must have scared them away calling them out like that.
Belgium, come
we
back
didn't know
to
you
us.
specifically.
Right, we don't know you. Belgium,
like,
come back to us.
they
Baby,
can
come
see
back.
You can blame it all on
Yep.
Sydney.
You can.
We are happening.
What's that third city? Auburn?
Uh-huh.
Where is that?
Ashburn.
That sounds like something southern.
It's in the UK, isn't it?
That sounds like
That's the United States. You see that American flag over there?
No, I can't see anything up there.
yeah. Let's Google this.
That is tiny.
Ashburn.
Baby, come back.
And the
Any
The
kind of
font
thing,
color is, like,
Virginia.
almost the same as the background.
I
Who do
told
we
you I
know
don't
in
have that bad of
Virginia?
eyesight, but it will get tired.
I
What's
used
her?
to have to wear an eye patch when I was a kid.
No, you didn't.
I did. My family made fun of me and called me a
Pobrecita.
pirate, and so now
Why?
I just went blind. I said, nope. I
Well, your
have
eyes
one
aren't
really bad
cross-eyed.
eye, and I'm supposed to cover this one when I'm like reading or something to strengthen this one, and then got called a pirate a couple times and never wore it again.
you were like, yeah, I
I mean,
am.
same. I would too.
I'm the baddest pirate in the land.
I'm the blindest not pirate in the land.
Gotta get your hook.
Arr, matey.
And I think that's a wrap.
All right, ladies. So it's the end of the year. We've been doing this for a good 7 months now. Okay, let me ask you one more question, then we're done. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
As a reflection of this last year, the last 7 months, what do you think has been the most, maybe not exciting is the word, but most fulfilling part about doing the podcast or starting this and seeing where it's gone to from when we started and we're dreaming about it till right now, 7 months in?
Sound
The sound
quality.
quality has
Producer
definitely
Adam says
improved.
sound quality. Well, we didn't wait too long to improve the sound quality. I think we had one episode on the old mics.
Just re-record it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I
Actually,
think
don't ever
just-
change it. It'll bother
just
me.
growing new friendships.
Yeah,
for
I feel
sure,
like
with you
we're
guys.
like it feels like we've known each other forever. Like we're sisters,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I mean, we've got to do this, and we went on a trip. We met somebody else who has a podcast. Like
Right.
Yeah.
that's freaking awesome. We
Yeah.
had a real life author on our podcast who sent us signed books.
Right.
Like
For a giveaway.
we're awesome,
Yeah.
and that's cool, and I like that.
And we get to read and talk about it.
Right. I love that. I think this was all a dream for us individually. And it just highlights something that we all love to do. And we get to do it for fun. And, hopefully one day maybe it'll become something that is super lucrative and we can all
Right.
just do this as a job. But even just for right now, today, it's still so fulfilling to know that
Yeah.
we get to still be friends and it's still fun and it's still like exciting to see the numbers and to see interaction, even if it's a little bit on our social media platforms, and then like just experiencing this together, even with the guys, like even
Yeah.
though they are sitting here not
Yeah,
paying
I said
attention.
something one day. I was like, "Oh yeah, we have like 200 views on this," and somebody was like, "Oh, that's cool." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Actually, it is. It's 200, but that's 200 people that we don't know that watched us. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listened, but
Yeah.
But people are actually like listening to us, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
wild also.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So
Thank you for listening.
yeah.
Especially to
Yeah.
our friends and family that actually
Yeah.
listen.
We love your support.
Yes.
My parents want merch.
Aww.
Yeah, I was wearing it the other day and like, we want also a sweater. Or a
Yeah,
shirt.
my
That's
mom,
so cute.
they were on the they went to an alpaca farm for Christmas, and unfortunately we didn't get to go, but in the pictures they posted on Facebook, my mom's wearing her Lover's Library sweatshirt.
I love that.
So, like, oh,
That's so cute.
Yeah, but I also want to say thank you to you guys, all of you for sticking with this for how long we've been doing it. This doesn't always happen,
mhm.
like people committing to it and like investing into it, because this is
Yeah.
all an investment of time and money and
No kidding.
and
Yeah.
traveling
Gasoline.
and scheduling.
Expensive mics.
yeah. And so I to end the year, I guess, to thank our listeners, but also to just thank our team for sticking with it and
Yep.
committing to being this amazing podcast. So I want to say thank you to you guys because I think y'all are amazing.
Oh, so were you.
Oh,
Stop.
it.
Look at this little sweet baby sleeping.
And we get to have babies on the podcast that sleep.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the last episode, but
See, we started out with kittens in a bag, and now we're
literally
got a baby,
yeah.
not in a bag.
No, in the bag.
Not in the bag.
My head is asleep
Kimberly.
because he's sleeping on it, but that's fine.
Aw.
I can't feel my head.
Aw. Well.
So let me wrap us up. So if you want to follow us on any of our platforms, we are on TikTok, library
Nope.
lovers
Dot.
library dot po
Poo.
Got it.
dot po.
It wouldn't
Um,
let me put the whole thing. So we got the po.
The po. We got the popo. If you want to follow us on any of our other socials, on Instagram is Lovers Library Pod and then Lovers Library Book Club. We also have a Facebook page where we post our merch. So if you do want to purchase any of our merch, it's on our Facebook page. It's also in our link tree on our Instagram bios, so you can go visit there. We have 2 items right now. We also have a giveaway going. No, we don't. It's
We
done.
have a lot more than 2 items, by the way.
Do we?
Yeah. We have like short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts. We have sweatshirts. We have coffee mugs.
Stickers.
We have
With stickers.
stickers. There's quite a few things in there.
Yeah. So
And-
come to our store.
Yeah, and there's gonna be new coffee mugs, hopefully dropping soon, that are gonna be super cute.
We love a merch drop. So just be on the lookout for that. And we have our order form on the Facebook page and also in the link tree. So you can always go there. Again, guys, we love you. And we will see you next time.
Happily ever after.
Bye.